Hey, fifth grade friends, we're going to start something new today. Let me pose this situation to you and see what you make of it. There's 5 oranges in the refrigerator. Each orange is going to be divided into half. So how many people can get a half? Well, how would you start solving this? Maybe you would draw a model and visually see how many halves you can make, right? So how many halves would there be? How many people could get a half? If you said 10, of course you're right. There's 10 halves. What problem did you just solve? This is what it is. This is what you just solved. 5 divided into 1/2. Because remember, we're asking when we're dividing, we're saying 5 has how many groups of a half? If I have this much, 5, how many groups of a half can I make? And the answer here is I can make 10 groups of a half. Now, how come this quotient, because it's an answer to a division problem, how come this quotient is so much bigger than any of the other factors? Well, think about it, because each one of these wholes, the 5 wholes, were divided into fractional amounts. So there's going to be a lot more of them. So be on the lookout for that. Let's talk about a few more problems. Let's take this problem. 1 divided by 1/4. What's that really asking? 1 has how many groups of 1/4 in it? And you can make a model and see, divide into fourths and see how many groups of 1/4 there are. You can make a number line. There's your whole, and there's 4 sections, and you can see how many fourths there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 4, because 4 times 1/4 is the whole thing. Let's try this one. What if it's 2 wholes divided by 1/4? We're asking, remember what you're really asking. 2 has how many groups of 1/4 in it? If I have 2, how many groups of 1/4 can I make? So you might draw a model. You might use a number line to model out the 2 wholes and then see how many fourths you can make with that amount. And you would see that the answer was 8. You might also just be able to do it in your mind, like a number talk, because of what's gone before. If 1 whole has 4 fourths in it, then 2 wholes going to have 8 fourths in it, right? You can use that mental math as well. Let's try, what if we had 3 wholes divided by 1/4? Probably before I can even write this down, you've got it. So if you have 3, how many groups of 1/4 can you make? And the answer would be 12, right? Okay, let's try another one. What about 3 divided by 3/4? That might be a little trickier, and I'm going to make a number line to help me. So I'm going to come down here. And again, I'm asking how many groups of 3/4 can I make if I have 3 wholes? So on my number line, that's a really sloping number line, but we can handle it, right? So I'm going to take each of my wholes, and since we're working with fourths, I'm going to make fourths. And then I'm going to wonder, there's my 3 wholes. How many groups of 3/4 do I have? And so I can count them. 1, 2, 3/4, that's 1. 1, 2, 3/4, that's 2. 1, 2, 3/4, that's 3. 1, 2, 3/4, that's 3/4. So there was 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups. So the answer would be 4. So when you're dividing a whole number by a fraction, I want you to think about using a number line, using a model, and also remembering that it's nothing all that complicated. You're just asking, like in regular division, if I have this amount, how many groups of this amount can I make? And that's it. So in the beginning, let's try it out starting that way.